are you taking? Life in UK test. In this video show you how to prepare for and pass the test first time. This video contains the knowledge you need to have to pass the test, and if you have any questions about the Life in UK test, put them in the comments below and I'll answer them. If you like the rest of the series and find me on the Life in UK test, then take the subscribe button and press the notification bell. Good luck in the test. Life in the UK test. Question 1 of 24. Where is the UK geographically located? A. Southwest of Europe. B. Northeast of Europe. C. Northwest of Europe. D. Southeast of Europe. The correct answer is C. Northwest of Europe. The UK is located in the northwest of Europe. Life in the UK test. Question 2 of 24. Who chairs the debates at the House of Commons? A. A bishop. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Speaker. D. The Archbishop of Canterbury. The correct answer is C. The Speaker. Debates in the House of Commons are chaired by the Speaker. Life in the UK test. Question 3 of 24. Who was the captain of the English football team that won the World Cup in 1966? A. Sir Roger Bannister. B. Sir Jackie Stewart. C. Sir Ian Botham. D. Bobby Moore. The correct answer is D. Bobby Moore. Bobby Moore captained the English football team that won the World Cup in 1966. Life in the UK test. Question 4 of 24. How is a jury selected? A. From the NHS registration system. B. Randomly from the electoral register. C. Alphabetically from the telephone directory. D. From a postcode selection. The correct answer is B. Randomly from the electoral register. Life in the UK test. Question 5 of 24. By law, which two types of media have to give a balanced coverage of all political parties and equal time to rival viewpoints before an election? A. Television. B. Internet. C. Newspapers. D. Radio. The correct answers are A. Television. D. Radio. By law, radio and television coverage of the political parties must be balanced, and so equal time has to be given to rival viewpoints. Life in the UK test. Question 6 of 24. What did Sir Frank Whittle invent in the 1930s? A. Radar. B. Hovercraft. C. Jet engine. D. Ballpoint pen. The correct answer is C. Jet engine. The jet engine was developed in Britain in the 1930s by Sir Frank Whittle. Life in the UK test. Question 7 of 24. Who was supported by clansmen from the Scottish Highlands and raised an army in 1745? A. Bonnie Prince Charlie. B. Robert Burns. C. Oliver Cromwell. D. Kenneth MacAlpin. The correct answer is A. Bonnie Prince Charles. In 1745 there was another attempt to put a Stuart king back on the throne in place of George I's son, George II. Charles Edward Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie, the grandson of James II, landed in Scotland. He was supported by clansmen from the Scottish Highlands and raised an army. Life in the UK test. Question 8 of 24. Which two of the following are key roles of school governors? A. Monitoring students' behavior. B. Monitoring and evaluating school performance. C. Setting the strategic direction of the school. D. Giving awards to the best students of the school. The correct answers are C. Setting the strategic direction of the school. B. Monitoring and evaluating school performance. Governors and school boards have an important part to play in raising school standards. They have three key roles: setting the strategic direction of the school, ensuring accountability and monitoring and evaluating school performance. Life in the UK test. Question 9 of 24. Women over the age of 30 were given the right to vote as a result of their contribution towards the war effort. Which war was that? A. The Second World War. B. The Crimean War. C. The First World War. D. The Civil War. The correct answer is C. The First World War. In 1918, women over the age of 30 were given voting rights and the right to stand for Parliament, partly in recognition of the contribution women made to the war effort during the First World War. Life in the UK test. Question 10 of 24. Where are the crown jewels kept? A. At the House of Commons. B. At the Tower of London. C. At Buckingham Palace. D. At Windsor Castle. The correct answer is B. At the Tower of London. The crown jewels are kept at the Tower of London. Life in the UK. Question 11 of 24. Which sport can be traced back to the 15th century in Scotland? A. Golf. B. Tennis. C. Football. D. Rugby. The correct answer is A. Golf. The modern game of golf can be traced back to 15th century Scotland. Life in the UK test. Question 12 of 24. Which court deals with minor criminal cases in England, Wales and Northern Ireland? A. High Court. B. Justice of the Peace Court. C. Magistrates Court. D. Crown Court. The correct answer is C. The Magistrates Court. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, most minor criminal cases are dealt with in a magistrates' court. In Scotland, minor criminal offences go to a Justice of the Peace Court. Life in the UK test. Question 13 of 24. There are 15 national parks in England, Wales and Scotland. What are national parks? A. Giant greenhouses. B. Land formations of columns are made from volcanic lava. C. Areas of protected countryside. D. Medieval buildings. The correct answer is C. Areas of protected countryside. National parks are areas of protected countryside that everyone can visit, and where people live, work and look after the landscape. Life in the UK test. Question 14 of 24. Which two of the following are famous British Paralympians? A. Dame Kelly Holmes. B. Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson. C. Jane Torval. D. Ellie Simmonds. The correct answers are B. Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson. D. Ellie Simmonds. Life in the UK test. Question 15 of 24. Which two political parties formed a coalition in 2010? A. The Conservative Party. B. The Green Party. C. The Labour Party. D. The Liberal Democrats Party. The correct answers are A. The Conservative Party. D. The Liberal Democrats Party. In May 2010, the Conservative and Liberal Democrat parties formed a coalition, and the leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, became Prime Minister. Life in the UK test. Question 16 of 24. Which two of the following records give us information about England during the reign of William I? A. The Magna Carta. B. The Domesday Book. C. The Bayeux Tapestry. D. The Canterbury Tales. The correct answers are B. The Domesday Book. C. The Bayeux Tapestry. Life in the UK test. Question 17 of 24. In 1913, the British government promised Home Rule for Ireland. Why were any changes in Ireland delayed until 1921? A. Due to the outbreak of the First World War. B. Due to the outbreak of the Second World War. C. Because there was not a king on the British throne. D. Due to the outbreak of the Black Death. The correct answer is A. Due to the outbreak of the First World War. The outbreak of the First World War led the British government to postpone any changes in Ireland. Life in the UK test. Question 18 of 24. Which two languages were used across England during the Middle Ages? A. Welsh. B. Gaelic. C. Norman French. D. Anglo-Saxon. The correct answers are C. Norman French. D. Anglo-Saxon. The Middle Ages saw the development of a national culture and identity. After the Norman conquest, the king and his noblemen had spoken Norman French and the peasants had continued to speak Anglo-Saxon. Life in the UK test. Question 19 of 24. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, youth court cases are normally heard by choose two answers. A. Up to 3 specially trained magistrates. B. A district judge. C. A sheriff. D. Up to 5 specially trained magistrates. The correct answers are A. Up to 3 specially trained magistrates. B. A district judge. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, if an accused person is aged 10 to 17, the case is normally heard in a youth court in front of up to 3 specially trained magistrates or a district judge. Life in the UK test. Question 20 of 24. Who led a team of scientists to split the atom for the first time? A. Alexander Fleming. B. Alan Turing. C. Ernest Rutherford. D. Sir Peter Mansfield. The correct answer is C. Ernest Rutherford. Scientists led by Ernest Rutherford, working at Manchester and then Cambridge University, were the first to split the atom and took part in the Manhattan Project in the United States, which developed the atomic bomb. Life in the UK test. Question 21 of 24. What song is sung by people in the UK and other countries when they are celebrating the New Year? A. Auld Lang Syne. B. The British Anthem. C. Jingle Bells. D. White Christmas. The correct answer is A. Auld Lang Syne. The song Auld Lang Syne, which is sung by people in the UK and other countries when they are celebrating the New Year, or Hogmanay as it is called in Scotland. Life in the UK test. Question 22 of 24. Which two of these forts were part of Hadrian's Wall? A. Vindolanda. B. Maiden Castle. C. Housesteads. D. Grimsby. The correct answers are A. Vindolanda. C. Housesteads. Parts of Hadrian's Wall include the forts of Housesteads and Vindolanda. Life in the UK test. Question 23 of 24. Which two British pop music groups were famous during the swinging 60s? A. The Rolling Stones. B. The Beatles. C. ABBA. D. Radiohead. The correct answers are A. The Rolling Stones. B. The Beatles. The decade of the 1960s was a period of significant social change. It was known as the swinging 60s. There was growth in British fashion, cinema and popular music. Two well-known pop music groups at the time were the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Life in the UK test. Question 24 of 24. How are the members of the Northern Ireland Parliament elected? A. By a system of proportional representation. B. Using a system of ranked voting. C. Using the first-past-the-post system. D. Using a runoff system. The correct answer is A. By a system of proportional representation. The Northern Ireland Assembly has 108 elected members, known as MLAs, members of the Legislative Assembly. They are elected with a form of proportional representation.